So it's a great question that, what are the KPIs that you should be tracking in the GE or for the LLMs. So you know that we have been using this SEMrush tool, right? AI visibility tool recently. So first I'll explain a few terms or the metrics that it suggests. Like one is the AI visibility score that it gives, which is out of 100, and it is usually same as the keyword difficulty. Sorry, the domain authority kind of score, which it gives out of 100. Checking the visibility of the website, but I feel it's a very gimmicky thing. It's not accurate, and whenever you try to chase it, it will always go ahead of you. So what I have seen, that there was a client that we were working with, their AI visibility score was 28, let's say.
Okay.
So at that particular time, a few months back, their AI visibility score was 18, let's say. Okay. At that time, the industry average, the tool was saying that the industry average is 24, and now we have improved the AI visibility score to 28. Now it is saying the average industry score is around 35 or 36. So this is how I I feel that. And whatever the brands I check, even the top of the brand, like which is Tata kind of brands you see, so even though their AI visibility score is not well, so it's a very gimmicky score. So I don't think AI visibility score is something that you should be tracking as a KPI. The other KPI that it measures, it usually the cited pages, citations, mentions. So these are the three or four major KPIs that it shows. Cited pages is basically, how many of your pages are being cited by the LLMs. They are citable. And citations is kind of a similar thing. Citations is for how many of the different queries maybe your pages, the LLMs are using your content and citing it as a source. So that's just the what is the citations. And then there is mention, when someone is asking something related to the bottom of the or middle of the funnel kind of query. So whether your brand is getting mentioned or not when they're asking something relevant to it. Let's say if someone is what is the best SEO agency, and if it says with a list of 10 other agency, it says the Coulomb is one of it, then you got a mention from the brand, from the LLM. And if doesn't show your brand name, that you are not being cited or not being mentioned, sorry. But so here's the tricky part, so people are creating a lot of content, informational and this and that. So LLMs are using those data to answer the queries, which is very informational. And so you are writing content basically for the LLMs. And when it comes to, citations where you can actually get some kind of the business, so it is not citing your brand's name, and it is what the challenge the most of the marketers are facing at this point of time. And it's been a nightmare because you are working for providing content for LLMs, but not getting the business out of it. And yeah, to answer your question, like what is the most important metric or KPI that we should be tracking at this point of time? I feel mentions is something that is very important. Because it is where people are considering to buy something and make a decision. So this is a metric that you should be tracking. Number one, and number two is definitely the prompts that you are getting cited for. And by prompts, I don't mean the generic informational prompts. It is very transactional and the buying intent prompts. And you cannot track thousands of prompts or hundreds of prompts. You have to understand what are the most essential prompts or queries or keywords. I see them very similar thing, though people are saying that it's different, I know, but it's a very similar thing because with prompt, each English, everyone's English is different. So I consider it as a keyword only. So I think if you decide 8 to 10 or 10 to 12 prompts which are most essential for your business, and you should track whether you are getting ranked or being mentioned for those prompts or not. So I think these are the two most important metrics or KPIs that you should be tracking in the LLMs,
Yes.
GEO thing.